Hello guys, uh, another evening, another news live stream, but recently I just stumbled upon a RedEye reviews channel. So basically in my last video into the movie review of Into the Sun with Steven Seagal, of course, I also introduced a new guy, a penguin named Donnie. By the way, some guys thought that his name is Tony, but he is Donnie. Yeah. And one of comments under the video was about a guy wanted told something like, I would really love to see the duo with Seagal, Sabumbum and Donnie. And I thought, who the hell is Sabumbum? What the fuck is this guy talking about? But after that, after yesterday live stream, the guy told me about that interview on RedEye Reviews channel, and I wanted to see. Oh yes, by the way, do you hear me well? Because last time I started to live stream without turning on microphone. So he told me that there is an interview with a director who worked with Steven Seagal, and I wanted to see what it was about. Hello Brian M. Hi to you. Third time, third evening, third meeting. I didn't know that it was going to be that frequent, but probably only due to weekend, because we all have to do something during weekdays, not weekend. So that was I stumbled upon Steven Sabumbum watches Hard to Kill by RedEye Reviews. Instead of interview, which I wanted to check, I stumbled upon this particular video, and I was like, what? What was the Sabumbum thing? And there is also the new guy on RedEye Reviews channel, just like in mine, the Penguin Donnie. Here we see another guy, also. And I thought, I don't know what to say. Like, did he see my video? Because this was released 3 days ago, and my video was released like 7 days ago. So for me, making a video within 4 days is quite close to impossible right now, but maybe he could make it fast after seeing. Or do we really think similar? I don't know what to think about that. I was wondering what you're drinking. There is like 100 milliliter of red dry wine, 500 milliliters of water, and some fruits. So someone could call it sangria. And I have to take those fruits out of there. And this is the third night when I drink sangria. And in total there is like half liter of this drink. It's always sunny in Pahoa. King Cobra JFC for US ambassador to Russia. Those also Sensei Seagull would be my number 2 lol. I don't understand what you said. Tubesy? What it is? What it is? Like names of channels? What those are? So I don't know. Guys, you were talking about that interview with the director who worked with Steven Seagal. Where is the video? By the way, what are your thoughts about the last Comité Bloodsport? Without Bolo Yang, I think, without that composer, I don't know, without JCVD, I think that Bloodsport wouldn't really work. Hey Alex, Photo Ninja. Things are quite well. Last night after live stream, I decided to watch some Breaking Bad episodes. I'm rewatching it now on season 4th. And next time I remember was stopping myself to turn on the next episode at 8 in the morning, or even at 9 in the morning. Tonight, instead of watching Breaking Bad, after this live stream, I will continue working on the script. I didn't even finish my draft script for the next video. Привет. My bad. So Tubes is an inside joke and just mean YouTube viewers. Alright, okay. So King Cobra JFC FS is a local Casper, Wyoming legend and internet lolcow. Oh, another lolcow. Is it a lolcow just like Steven Seagal? Does he have any disease? What is with his appearance? Is he disabled? Because if he disabled, I don't like people who make lolcows out of disabled people. They Anyways, I just wanted to show some aloha I got dig out. I will catch you all later. You can always watch the online stream. I will always leave it on the channel because nowadays YouTube kindly allowed us to decide to divide live streams from shorts, from videos, and they don't mess with the front page of a channel, finally. So I can freely make live streams and not hide them out from the channel. You write scripts to review movies that have no scripts. Such a conundrum. I know, right? Sometimes when I watch movie from with Steven Seagal, I wonder if I put more effort in making videos than he had put effort in making a movie. Wouldn't it be ironic? But anyway, I suppose first you work on your name. Just I'm referring to Steven Seagal working on his name. Well, running in Above the Law, for example, actual running we saw over there. And after that you can stop running and just sit and relax, touching girls and watching boobs. Yeah, King Cobra JFS is a lolcow that is actually fairly harmless, and most of us in the Cobraverse actually care about him. Oh, alright, I got it. So he is like a cool cow, but kind of Neil Breen. Nobody wants to harm him. Nobody thinks bad about him like we do about Steven Seagal, who is an actually bad person. By the way, I think that Neil Breen is not that nice, of course, but anyway, nobody thinks bad about him in actual. If it is like that, if it is like kind, so be it. So he is mildly autistic, but not disabled. Mildly autistic. From his appearance, mildly autistic. I know a person who is mildly autistic, and you can't even tell that he is autistic if he doesn't say it to you. I just thought that he is a nice guy. So crack wise on him, but mostly because we know he can do better. It's mostly light-hearted jokes. I know what you mean. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know such community. I'm part of such, not part of such community, but sometimes I also, I got it. Actually, all right. I don't forget the cookies. How can we forget about cookies, huh? Steven is a simple man and also a great one. A good man. Yeah, there is a movie, A Good Man, or The Good Man. Diana Shkedaf. Hey Alex, of course I do. So as you can see, now I stream here, but this is... I was live also yesterday and the day before yesterday, but nice to see you too, bro. Definitely. So, I didn't see Hard to Kill, but it is the movie from the heydays of Steven Seagal. And I don't know if I have to watch the review, but as I saw the Saboom Boom as a part, and when I thought that it might be something like Donnie the Penguin, I decided why not giving it a try. But before that, I wanted to see the interview with the director who worked with Steven Seagal. Some of you guys who were here with me. Interview. Is this one done with Tito Spar? Here we go. So this is Tito Spar, and talking about him and his insanity. But I haven't watched this movie yet, so I don't know. But it does seem to be from his stance, like from more latest news, latest movies. So maybe I wouldn't even have to watch it.
Greetings, everybody. Today we
first let's just see the new character, the
all
new
right, fam.
guy.
Let's just address the elephant in the thumbnail. We have a new face on the channel. This guy reached out needing a place to live. He claimed to know a lot about the types of movies we watch, so I thought, what the hell?
Introduce me.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Go quicker.
Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Is that it? Okay.
No, I made my own intro.
Okay, really?
Yep. Hit it.
Hey, hold on. Okay, what is this?
Hush, shut up. Just watching.
Steven, stop boom boom. Pretty
I think that this is pretty good. How can you actually get such a mask in United States with Steven Seagal? Or can you make someone something like that?
Some dude, his Steven's a boom boom. You fight him and you're screwed. He's super strong and super hot. Will kick your butt for free.
And I wonder if this song is written by AI, like I did in Half Past Dead. So I mean, I made the text, but after that, I made AI sing this text with music. So, or did he actually hire a singer to sing the song?
His Steven's a boom boom.
That's me.
So this is already also reminds me of South Park. Who spoke like that? A lot of characters, I guess, from Tom Parker. I love the hell out of Cookies and of South Park.
What was that?
That was my intro.
Did you put a book on your crotch?
It's pretty hot stuff, right?
Sure. Was it worth it at least?
It better been. Cost me $2,000.
You spent $2,000 of your money on that?
Bro, the
No,
movie has
not my
already
money,
started.
The channel's money.
The channel's money is my money.
Yep.
You gonna reimburse me?
I
Bruh.
got a sponsor for it.
You got a sponsor. Who would sponsor you?
Manscaped.
Manscaped, like the razor company?
Yep.
We don't have.
Today-
I usually don't do that. I watch the sponsored advertisements also on YouTube, but
We're watching Hard to Kill.
More like rock
sponsoring.
hard.
That man's care didn't give me any credit. Sounds like Cartman. Yes, if you pitch it a little bit higher. No, not Cartman, but someone from the early seasons. Who talked like that? Give me some hints in comments if you. Give me some guesses, because I clearly don't remember from the early seasons, like maybe from first 5, but after that the character probably disappeared. Seagal and Cartman do have a lot in common. We all have something in common with Steven Seagal. At some points, I can also notice some of those traits in my previous behavior when I was like 15, 16. Kinda, oh yeah, I know, right, yeah, I can recognize some hints, some vague things. Eating the carrot. Yeah. Let's try it again, because it was pretty good. Him
Hey, hold on.
running,
Okay,
right,
what is
eating
this?
the carrot.
Shut up. Just watch it.
His Steven.
But I don't understand it's all about with the boobs. Mask is dope,
A boom boom. A pretty
but the penguin hat, it has like more dense hair than Steven actually has.
awesome dude. His
What the hell did I actually just say?
Steven's a boom boom.
I mean, it looks more real than his actual penguin hat, which he wears.
Fight him and you're screwed. He's super strong.
He's super strong. Oh yeah, okay, what is it? The Way of the Shadow Wolves. What is it? Is it an actual? Is it an actual book from Steven Seagal? Did he make a book? What the hell didn't he done? Hasn't he done? The carrot is from Steven Seagal visit to some Eastern European. Yeah, I know that it is from his visit from Belarus. Haven't you guys seen my awesome like resound of this visit? I made a pretty dope. Let me check if I keep it listed or unlisted, because I made a pretty dope short back those days, early days, when I found this video. I made it unlisted. Let's make it public. No. It deserves to be seen. I just hid all of my shorts because I stopped caring about them. I don't think that shorts really work. I don't watch them myself. Yeah. Here you go. Just turn your... You can hear me, and then of course your sound is turned on. It was completely random and out of context. I made it for my video about Steven Seagal's movie career, and there is a shortened version, shorter than this one. And here I decided to play a little bit more with it and made a short. And I think it is hilarious because the way he looks at Lukashenko after eating the carrot, like, what? Another carrot? I don't know if I can handle it. One carrot is more than enough for me. After all of those burgers, I mean, I can eat some more Big Tasties and Big Macs, but carrot? Idiots. What the fuck is this carrot? What? Another carrot? Bruh. Yeah, so I get this. But this reference, I don't know what, I mean, the way of the shadow wolves. So now we not only shadow ninjas, we also lonely shadow wolves. This is like perfect combo. Again, so shadow wolves, the way of the shadow wolves, the way of the shadow wolves. So what is it? What? It actually exists? Why the cover is so cheaply made? Guys, whoever made this cover has to have some Photoshop lessons. This lightning is ridiculous. This is the story of an Arizona tribal police officer. Steven Seagal is an actor, yes. Screenwriter. The director? How many movies did he direct? Martial artist, sheriff, musician, an international businessman. Who is this paragraph about? Born in the United States with a Mohawk heritage. I thought he was born in Kazakhstan, Belarus, Vladivostok. He is passionate about restoring the Constitution as the foundation for our republic and a return to responsible stewardship of Mother Earth, such as practiced by the Native Americans. Whoever wrote it is genius. Who Looney Tunes wife, the book is real. Holy shit, bro. Holy shit. He's retired. I don't know who this guy is, so... But based on this description, it doesn't look like it is about Steven Seagal, our favorite sensei. They forgot that he is also a Buddhist, that he has some more of heritages. He's Italian, for God's sake, also. A little bit black. He doesn't know which color he is, as we all remember. And what else? Of course, he is Zen Buddhist. I told that. Musician? Yeah, right. So this is a vague description of our... As director of the United States Marshal Service, I fully understood the challenges. Okay, this guy is speaking. But what about the book itself? What it is about? A story of an Arizona tribal police officer who stumbles onto one of the biggest cases in the history of the Southwest. He's a member of an elite group within the Native American communities. It sounds like a movie of Steven Seagal, but like written. What comes with his discovery is the uncovering of massive corruption. Okay, like just like Neil Breen, also uncovering massive corruption in places where he once had placed his total trust. Shadow Wolves is a book of fiction. It is not Shadow Wolves. It is the way of the Shadow Wolves. Of fiction based on reality. Based on... Whoa! Don't just tell me that it is based on the true story of our great sensei. Both authors have worked with, confronted, and seen the power of the deep state, and the manner in which at times federal government agency willfully violate... I can speak for Steven Seagal. He hasn't confronted the deep state, maybe only in his movies, but not in real life. Violate the Constitution and the laws of the land in service to special interests. Holy crap, it was released in 2017. What? Seagalogy? What is this? A story of the ass-kicking films of Steven Seagal. Wow, I would really like to read this one. Story about making a films. Sounds promising to me. That he directed, killed his... Oh, right, on Deadly Ground, he was a director. Right. How could I forget? How could I forget? The book sounds a lot like On Deadly Ground. Yeah, he's pretty much fixated on saving Earth, at least as he wants us to convince us. And the reincarnation of some deity. I heard he's half Jewish. I have never heard him saying anything like that. But I saw numerous proofs that he is. Probably some half Russian, half Jewish, something like that. Anyway, I don't see any I don't see any reason to care a lot about your heritage and who are you, half and not half Jewish, Native American, black. I don't. What's the point of caring so much about it and placing it on the cover of a book? What does it have to do with anything? Maybe if you want to repatriate in the country, some of them, for example in Israel, you can go only if you are Jewish and you have at least half of Jewish from your mother's side. Then you can, if from father's side, it doesn't count. But if from mother's side, you can go there and you can have nationality, citizenship in Israel. Otherwise, it is either impossible, either very hard. I don't know actually, but this is the only reason for you to care about your heritage, as from my point of view. This book is on Deadly Ground. I haven't watched it on Deadly Ground. When I was making a video about his movie career, I kind of watched movies, but on the fast pacing, just to catch those shots, to illustrate my words in a funny way, But I didn't hear what the characters were talking about, so it's kinda I watched the movie, but I've seen it, but I didn't watch it. I don't know what it was about. The same goes for Hard to Kill also. I kinda saw what happened in the movie, but I don't know the plot at all. So sure, he did. It was sometime between when he lived in Japan and when he conquered the universe. Maybe simultaneously. So what the hell is that? I don't know. That's right, so really it could have been any time. Seaganology. I think that it is kind of making fun of Steven Seagal. Probably. I don't see cover, but the story of the ass-kicking films, it sounds kind of like making fun. I find out a lot about Steven Seagal recently. Like the last stream, I found out that he was in movies with aliens and vampires/zombies. Now I know that I don't think that he had anything to do with this book except for providing his face for the cover. And maybe his ideas about the character being awesome, I guess. But then on Deadly Ground he wasn't sheriff, right? He was working on the oil company. Because caring about nature, from what I saw, he blew some station or something, and I think that he spilled a lot of oil into the sea, in the environment, in nature. He doesn't know anything about saving the planet, but he wants us to believe he does. And from what I see on Daily Ground, contradicts with itself very hard. Stephen cares. I think I watched on Daily Ground. It's author told, not me. It's in the humor category. Oh, all right. I'm not that familiar about that Humor and entertainment, right. And what about this? Mystery, thriller, suspense, mystery. Okay, this is not humor category, but I would definitely place it. I would not pay attention on this book, but probably I would want to have my hands on the next one. If only it was in audible version, because I don't really read books nowadays. I used to read a lot before I got internet. After that, all I read is just description of Steven Seagal's movies, and only when I'm preparing scripts for them, for videos for them. That tiger shirt is too funny.
And super hot, will kick your butt for free.
Yeah, he also made this. This also is pretty cool, because this is what we see when we watch Steven Seagal's movie. He kicking camera and throwing hands, waving hands in front of camera. This is pretty much what we see, really.
Steven's a boom boom.
But I've never seen him reading books. Sitting, yes. Reading, no.
That's me.
That's what Steven wears to the dojo. We never know. That vampire zombie movie is so dreadful. I've actually seen it. I wonder why. Kindle is audiobook. Yes, you are enlightening. I'm not that familiar with Amazon because I have never ordered anything. Oh, it has delivery. Kindle. So this is like, oh, you can actually hear that. This is something I'm going to do, I think. I wonder if anybody reviews equal parts Hells Angels a National Treasure. Guillermo del... What? Guillermo del Toro reviewed this book? Those are fake reviews, right? It was released way, like, we have evidences from 2013 and 2012. Okay. I think so Kindle is actually an audiobook. If it is, this is my my book to listen. Yeah, and also, have you guys watched? If you haven't watched this one, did you watch another one when he runs from Van Damme? I also on the list. Those two shorts can be seen by people. This is also sound editing. Kudos to those who will recognize movies. The funny thing is that I made these shorts before I found out that Steven Seagal is famous for running awkwardly. That was first thing I noticed in his movies when I made a video about his movie career. I thought to myself that what the hell is this? And after that I wanted to make this short. I remembered this another movie. And also it was before I found out that Steven Seagal was hilarious. Because in my country, people don't think so. Videos I watched about him while preparing the movie in Russian were not that funny. They were not that serious, but people referred to him more of a action star from 90s rather than a lol cow from 21st century. Double impact? Nope. Yeah, kudos to Photo Ninja. It is indeed. Yeah, about that song, I haven't heard it. But he ran ridiculously for a ridiculously long time. Yeah, one moment, I'll be just right back.
Today we're watching Hard to Kill.
More like rock hard.
Do you want to say hi?
Hi.
Is that it? Okay.
No, I made my own intro.
Okay, really?
Yep. Hit it. Yep.
You gonna reimburse me?
Yeah, I got a sponsor for it.
Rob Schneider is a Wall Street executive with everything going for him. Only problem is, he's about to become a carrot. I'm a carrot. It's 24 karat comedy. Rob
Hey, Calabrese, nice to see you again.
I forgot to turn it on, thanks guys. If not you, I would continue moving on. So, I think that he is... his voice a little reminds me about from South Park trailer for Rob Schneider, and I also was talking about the trailer with Carrot also. We were talking about Steven Seagal and his history with carrots. So it was a kind of coincidence. Also, I told about that Steven Saboom, I think that I heard that name on some of video from Sensei Seagal. He also called him Steven Saboom. So basically it makes RedEye reviews like taking the name from Sensei Seagal and the idea for additional character, maybe from me, maybe from also from universe where I got the idea, well, and combined them together. And from Space Ice, he took this idea of voicing like a South Park trailer character. Conspirology over there, right? You guys definitely deserve cookies. Yeah, South Park, I think that it is the only show from that time which hasn't become crap. My friend doesn't agree with me, but this is the only show I'm waiting for a new season every year, and as soon as it is released, I watch it right away. That's the only show which I watch for more than 20 years now. RedEye mocks Steven in his reviews and just turned his mockery into an actual character. I don't argue with that. It doesn't contradict with what I said before.
Yeah, I want you to turn Senator Caldwell into a memory.
Well, there you go. Okay. This guy's running for Senate, but they see Seagal and he runs away with the evidence.
Runs away. Imagine you are a gangster and You see, the next thing you see is Steven Seagal running away with your evidence like this.
Into a memory.
Well, there you go. Okay. This guy's running for Senate, but they see Seagal and he runs away with the evidence.
Despite of this being pretty bad for your future, I think that it was still hilarious.
Wow, that is the nicest he's ever been.
Don't get used to that.
At the store, these robbers bust in.
You better dial 911.
The clerk decides to threaten the guys pointing a shotgun at him, and that goes well.
Get out there and burst your.
Seagal
What the hell?
handles them all.
Snapped his leg like celery. God, you
And I heard a lot about Steven Seagal being like realistic in his early movies, but do you think that it is realistic when you take a hand and you press it over your shoulder and it cracks for some reason? It wouldn't. Maybe you will like move shoulder or something, but cracking hand like that, cracking leg like that, it doesn't look realistic. Not at all. But this look.
keep going. I'm gonna get some popcorn.
Sure, okay. He goes home.
I heard a lot of people complaining that, not a lot, but some people, there are a few people who tell me that I'm focusing on his latest movies and I should review also his early ones because they were perfect and looked great, but from what I see now, they don't really make any difference with his movies nowadays. Also, he is pushing people. Also, he also breaks some limbs, but he is pushing them instead of showing us some martial arts and makes faces. In addition, he just, what I can see from now at least, that he runs.
Home to his wife.
Not tell you about.
We see his kid, but we don't have time because we want to get freaky. But freaky time gets interrupted by some bad guys.
There were kids. What happened to his kids?
And if his brain's blood wasn't currently preoccupied, he would have messed them up, but he doesn't. She dies and their kid gets away. At the hospital, we see a real cop and a rent-a-cop who does not get paid enough to...
What happened? What was the continuity? He gets shot by the shotgun, and after that he still is capable
brain's blood
of
wasn't currently preoccupied, he would have
killing
messed
the
them
guys?
up,
No?
but he doesn't. She dies and their kid gets away. At the hospital, we see a real cop and a rent-a-cop who does not get paid enough to be here. A doctor who was way too excited to share bad news runs out and he's like,
Captain Holland, Storm is dead.
he's dead. But immediately after that, this other doctor is like, okay, turns out he's alive.
I've got a live cop is what I've got. The man's alive, Lieutenant.
So nobody knows
the previous doctor wasn't that capable of. Maybe he was one of the patients making fool of people,
he's alive, but his cop friend does.
pretending to be a doctor.
Mason Storm is going to vanish, Doctor, and you're going to help make that happen.
We cut to 7 years in the future. He grew some fantastic facial hair. And honestly, whoever was supposed to be watching him was clearly slacking on their duties.
Morning, Martha. Let's see, what do we got here?
Tell you I'm back. I'm back.
Good. Okay. Just in time.
I thought he was going to sit up. I almost shit.
I've been there, sister. You gotta wear sweatpants.
Dude, don't. That's gross. Don't say that.
But it's easier to take them off if it happens.
Anyways.
Surprise for you. Would you like a little pussy, JD?
What?
Excuse me.
Would you like a little what?
I need to go to the bathroom.
Oh, that is gross. Wash your hands at least.
It's a little bitty pussy. Look what I've got here.
Oh,
But he starts to wake
this
up.
pussy. Still, Steven Seagal was getting along with the young ladies even back those days, right? So what's the big difference between this movie and his latest ones? This being an awesome in eyes of many... What do you guys do? In eyes of many other viewers on my channel, and for example the latest ones. Hard to Kill is one of the best movies. As notice, Steven didn't do anything in time to save that guy. That's right. Well, as he asked him to call 911, but patiently waited for him to be killed. Only after that he began to disarm gangsters, mobs. Steven doesn't save people, he just seizes the opportunity for revenge. You can't break a leg like that. No, you can't. You can't break an arm like that over your shoulder. This also doesn't work that way. You also can't make people lose their consciousness by raising hand and waiting for them to jump on it. Steven's greatest acting. We can't save him, but we can rebuild him. Oops, actually alive, my bad. Right. Whoopsie. Do you remember I told you that your father was dead? So turned out that he is alive after all. I remember the story not for long ago, maybe a couple of months, when they almost buried a woman in a coffin and she turned out to be alive after all. Actually. Doesn't it make you want to be cremated?
Kelly is like, what is that annoying beeping sound? If one of these stiffs dies while I'm on my lunch break, I will walk out.
Oh my God.
So he's awake. We call the police station.
Well, is it Hank from Breaking Bad? Is it him, right, guys? Remember, I was telling you that I'm rewatching Breaking Bad.
To say he is
Is it
awake,
him?
and they're like,
Though. Yes, it's him. Holy shit.
we'll handle it. And suddenly, a doctor that none of us knows just walks in.
That's some real incompetence. Yeah, but it is in a country where probably medicine is not that. In Chile, I guess it was in Chile. Maybe they don't have top-notch medicine. And it was a big deal, of course, but still, waking up in a coffin, and she woke up in her funeral. She was like 79 years old, and she woke up. Just, can you imagine being on a funeral with the open coffin and find out that your relative you we're about to bury is actually alive? How does it feel?
I see your list of patients in your coma care unit.
Oh, yes, doctor.
This lady's like, well, he's dressed like a doctor. I'll give him, whatever he wants. The fake doctor
He's
shoots up
dressed
the
like
place and chases Seagal.
What's wrong? He's dead.
Oh my God, Russ.
Also, like Hitman, you can just put on the doctor clothes and you are free to go everywhere.
Annie.
Yeah, well, if only the lady at the front desk knew people as well as you do, all of this could have been avoided.
Don't his leg move?
She helps him escape while crashing into
They move. He just moved his legs.
everything.
But I can appreciate him not sitting, but in early movies he was lying. He was lying. He does a pretty terrible job on caring
Because
patients.
while he isn't fat yet, he is certainly reaching maximum density. Seagal wakes up. She tries to feed him, and he's like, don't you dare touch my food. But before he exacts revenge for his family, he needs to get back into shape.
Okay, I'm back.
Why did she bring him to her house, to her home?
Oh, I'm back.
Great. Okay. Did you wash your hands?
I use a towel.
That's not what I asked.
Wow, look at you. Why don't you go sit?
Wow, look at you.
See here?
You haven't become bloated yet. You can feed on behind the table on a chair.
He wanted to stand up, but Teddy,
There's the how it is dawn of Sensei Seagal. Standing, nah. Laying and sitting.
enforces bad behavior makes him sit down. See the reason for the addiction to sitting.
Do you remember Into the Sun? Let's walk a little bit. Let's sit down. Sit.
Are you blaming Kelly LeBrock for his weight gain?
He tried to stand up. He wanted to stand up. She refused.
You need therapy, like bad. Anyways, we get our training montage. He reads some Chinese. He lifts some weights poorly. He pokes a tree. He plays some Minecraft. He jogs up a hill. More weights, more punching, and it all ends with a good sit down.
Good sit down. I should have used this one for flapping wings of penguins when I showed the similarity between Donnie and Steven Seagal. Because look at this. Just look at this. What was that? Proper training or flapping wings? So, no, her home is a friend's she's house sitting for. She brought him not in her home, but in her friend's home. Some hobo. Some patient she barely knows. She doesn't know at all, actually, anything about him except for his name and the. And you call it making more sense? I would really understand her bringing him at least to her home. But if I would ask someone to sit in my house to take care of it, and that someone would bring there Steven Seagal, I would be mad. Aikido is all so the movie does make more logic in its entirety. I don't know, probably, but maybe. Aikido is all the therapy he needs. Ты чё не спишь? Только не задень там ничего, иди сюда. I thought he was asleep. Say hi. Dude, say hi. Скажи hi. Страшно? Что там такое? Макс? Все в порядке? Здесь хочешь лежать?
Я хочу там лежать.
Где там? Туда иди. It's like 1:30 in the midnight. He just went here, sat on a lap, and told, I wanna lay there. Little logic from a little guy. So let's be honest, Van Damme's training montage far exceeded. Are you kidding me? Bruh. Hey, little Alex. He wasn't in the mood to even to say hi. How impolite of him.
Hi, I was just passing by and I thought you might like a flower.
She gets all sexy for him because she saw the montage too.
I need to go to the bathroom again.
Again? Ugh, dude, come on. Like, I'm just gonna skip the scene.
She looks pretty good.
Kelly goes to visit her friend to learn that her friend was killed.
Well, she's dead.
She's Kelly LeBrock. She became wife of Steven Seagal while he was still married with his first wife in Japan, whom he just left, fleeing back to America, leaving her with her children. That speaks a lot.
Hey, all right, yo, get over here!
So she freaks out, she runs back home, but she gets followed this time. Meanwhile, Seagal runs into his old friend. He has been raising Seagal's kid while he was in a coma.
I made it to my house the night you were shot.
And Steve Seagal doesn't care about his kids. This is the beginning of Steven Seagal's movies nowadays. I can see the origins. He doesn't give a crap about his kids. He wasn't in a coma for the last couple of days at least, I don't know. But how long was this montage, reviving montage how long, what was it supposed to be. But he doesn't really care about his kid. He never mentioned him. What a nice dad. Hey. This is kind of what he does in the movies nowadays, in his movies nowadays. Not caring about where his daughter is. Walking in the parties, drinking hard, hanging with women, with girls actually. No, not women. They're sometimes you look at those girls and you wonder if they are even 18. Okay, yeah, they are 18. We don't accuse him in this. And grabbing girls with their boobs in front of camera after making a movie with them, sequels to their greatest hits. He doesn't do that, at least. The little fella looks just like you. His sister also doesn't look like just like me. That's true. If were his Japanese wife, I would have hired a ninja. Against Shadow Ninja? What are you talking about, bro? Aikido, sex then, what happened to... right. Oh, by the way, there was a kid, I guess. Where do you say him is him? Yeah, remember his wife and kid when he and Kella get busy. There's an Aikido move called the Booba Fella.
On the audio tape in your vest. There's more in the car.
He talks about the evidence he found.
More in the car.
What are those leggings? Dude. I can't tell her. I think that fashion back those days, at least in my country, wasn't that flashy. Let's put it this way.
He talks about the evidence he found, and then he leaves. Kelly shows up. They decide it's no longer safe there, but it is too late because the baddies show up too. And
So, if the guy... Okay, so... So for the ninja told that it was the house of some friends. She let Seagull hanging there. They let her hang in this house. She instantly brought Steven Seagal, the guy whom he met, who was lying all the time in coma, about whom she has no idea anything about, except for just for him, bandits shot some security in the hospital, and after that they come to their whole house and destroy it with bullets. And as we know Steven Seagal, I think that most of the damage to the house and to the property was made by bullets. Let's just see, but I assume that there was some those plates, maybe Chinese porcelain. I would say it in English, porcelain, Chinese porcelain. I think it is done. It is already doomed. It doesn't work that way, but still, it's the yes. Chinese porcelain. You can say goodbye.
he showcases how the old Jeep.
Marked for death is the best eagle. Come on, guys. The best or the worst movie, it is hard to decide. Only Van Damme could pull those leggings off. Somehow on Van Damme, those leggings in Double Impact didn't look that funny. Maybe it is because of the review, I don't know. But there I didn't want to laugh out loud.
Was superior to many other vehicles from this time period. Then we trade our car to some locals.
Hermano, you like my coche? How did it all? Smoking.
And
Hermano, you like my Gucci? Did he actually say that? He called him brother, and after that kept on speaking
then
English.
we head out to our old house to find our old camera.
You know, we don't know if it's going to be a girl or a boy.
You found the camera, good luck finding the cables, little alone a TV old enough for those cables to fit into.
Good grief.
I think your contractor's doing a lousy job.
Also, go ahead and break their house, but make sure to blame somebody else for no reason. They
What? Yeah, well, so you come into the house of some guys, destroy their walls. Just tell them, you know what now? Go blame your agency. Why? Because you happened to leave a camera in a wall hidden.
They go to their meetup spot, but Seagal is such a superstar he can't get a moment's privacy.
What's wrong?
What wasn't
It's a
this
good thing
his
we know how to
forehead?
deal with our super fans.
He asked him for a lesson, I guess. For essence of Zen. And since there is no pool, no pond nearby, but there is a glass. It's somewhat someone's property. The owner of a shop didn't want his property to be destroyed like that. Well, bad for you, because Steven Seagal has some quarrel with some people.
So we get out of Dodge. We try to do that cool turnaround move thing. We crash horribly, and they're like, we don't have enough film to try again, to just keep going. So while waiting for Seagal, the guy who was more of a father to that kid than Seagal was, if I could just say so myself, is here to say goodbye.
Mally, long time no see.
Back again.
So why gangsters again are having boners about Seagal? Chasing him. Is it explained in the movie?
For a big guy, you're awfully quiet.
We want the tape.
Run, Sonny! Fuck, don't deserve to wear your badge!
The proper way would be Hermana, te gusta mi coche. Is coche a car?
If that was me, that would have never happened. I always wear my vest because you just never know.
So the kid runs away, the bad guys run after him, Seagal sees them, he flails heavily after them as well.
No, don't do it.
These two fight while Seagal also
Embarrassingly long
decides to
scene
destroy
of him running.
this man's livelihood.
Hey, you know why, right?
No, I don't. Why?
It's insurance money. Yeah,
You think that
it was
man-
helping that man make money with an insurance claim.
Do you think that man had insurance on his small food stall?
Hey, he might have.
But now we go after the senator, the man behind all of this.
Who are you? It's a very long story.
Long story? Not really. Son, she's the lady who banged your dad directly after finding out his wife was murdered in front of him right before his coma.
That's a low blow, dude.
But he gets inside the senator's house, he joins in on a game of pool.
Let's for my wife. Fuck you and die.
That line is badass.
I mean, it could have been better.
Nah, it's perfect.
So this guy is figuring out what is happening. He sees some writing, and I'll admit, Seagal has some pretty great...
You know, RedEye reviews, from what I've seen, he makes the video about the movie itself according to script, not like Space Ice, making more fun of a movie, completely screwing, twisting the plot for sometimes. So what he is saying is happening in the movie, and I can't see any difference from Steven Seagal's movie here and nowadays. How can anybody say that it is better than crap he's making now? He's also just waving hands, pushing people around, touching girls, and making dumb shit.
Penmanship. Okay, well, you know, this one's a bit lazy, but he got the punctuation.
It can be coche, auto, or even carro in some countries. Well, right.
Correct?
Muy bien.
How does it feel to know you're about to die?
We slap the shit out of this guy. Also, I do just love that the fire poker falls apart while he swings it.
He just slaps guys.
But now we go after the senator. We find him in the closet.
Die!
Time to go out of the closet.
While trying to figure out what to do with him, the police show up.
Let me go! Stop him!
You gotta stop him. No.
Be the gun store. We saw the film. We know you were set up.
Well, you could have said that maybe sooner, but here we are. They take the senator. Kelly LeBrock is now our kid's mom, and that kid won't need therapy at all. All right, because of this meatball
At least he
sitting
has
there.
a mom, right? Because after all,
To me now. We're gonna try a new react, so let's go on over to Saboom Boom Reacts.
scene from this angle is pretty bad. I know, okay, but from this angle, okay? But how can you make twist movie like RedEye review, as I told before, doesn't twist them a lot, movies. So he basically shows what is happening and in the movie, and it doesn't look good from whatever angle you try to watch it. Again, I've seen Under Siege and then Under Siege 2. Didn't like them much, but they were okay. I just wasn't a big fan of these kind of movies, just like Die Hard. A friend of mine, friend from childhood, was a big fan of Die Hard, just like me watching Bloodsport over and over again. He watched Die Hard maybe 1,000 times also. As for me, to my shame, I haven't watched Die Hard even once. Confess. I'm just not a big fan of this type of movies, so wasn't a big fan of Steven Seagal's movies as well, but I didn't know that. But Under Siege seemed to me watchable at least. This one, it doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah, sure, it's easy to talk when you don't have all them teeth in the way.
Half of mine to get out there. Now you only got half of mine.
That's dumb.
Ah, this marks the start where Seagal wore a vest in every movie.
You knew how sweet you are. They'd never be scared of you.
Well, maybe a couple roundhouse kicks to the face would change your mind.
Please wiggle. Besides, you've got so much to live for.
She was horny long ago. He came out of coma. Holy shit, they actually made the scene when he's lying in the coma and she she's praising his ding dong.
Kelly the Brock would call it a pussy stand.
Dude, that's gross. Don't say that word.
Kelly the Brock?
Does my dick work? No. Kill me.
It's Danny. I'm a therapist. Get the fuck out of here. Okay.
Thanks for the massage. You gotta stop and get me out of here.
Some lemon chiffon pie out of the freezer, okay?
Get me out of here, man. Everywhere I turn, people telling me to back off.
Now I don't understand if I'm staring at his crotch or anything right now, but it's weirdly hypnotic.
Alright, see quite a show on the news, huh?
That's something I didn't really need to see in my life.
Got it, partner.
You ever do that thing where you don't know what somebody's saying, so you're just like, yeah, okay, sure, pal.
RedEye reviews, bro. I can. I see what you were doing, but for me it is a little bit hard to understand the guy. The Steven Boom Boom. A little bit hard to understand him.
I'm gonna take you to the bank, Senator Trent. To the blood bank.
Hey, you know that guy could actually jump that high on set.
No, he couldn't.
Yeah, it's true. You used to call him Jumpy Jim.
Okay, well, that's just not true.
Yeah, I know.
Deliver a message to the desk.
No. Okay, he's speaking more clear than I thought. Then at least me.
Andrea Smith. Any messages for an Andrea Smith?
You have any messages for an Andrea Smith?
My hands are shaking.
Right, take a swig of bourbon. It'll calm the nerves.
We're not gonna make the ballet tonight. Get lost!
Get my foot lost up in your ass if you take that tone with me again. Blackmail your NBA career with a sex tape, I'll do it. That is it.
It's over.
Okay, dude, you know, I know you're new here, but the outro stuff, it should just be me, okay?
Okay. Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, if you liked this and the new, I guess, direction the channel
What
is
is
going,
regulars and
please
stuff?
subscribe,
It's just-
like the
those are
video, leave some
hackathons?
comments. A huge shout out to the patrons. If you want the
Wow.
power to vote on future movie reviews,
That's
not
a
only
good
that,
list,
but there's some
bro.
unique merch you can get by signing up. Or if you want to add these
Marcos,
little
they are
chat
still
comments to the
rolling,
video
bro.
you saw today, all of that's available through the Patreon. There's a link down below to sign up. Thank you all there. Discord down below. Merch store.
That's a quite impressive list of patrons. Way to go, RedEye. Congrats on such a big list. Pretty dope. And as for me, I think that it is more entertaining to watch with another co-host. So that's a good idea, I think, for both of us. So Charlie Murphy, there's a new joke going around. Have you heard it? My wife's I think that it's not going to get old. Our siege gets tired quick. I've seen it like maybe twice. It was okay, but I was too young to deal with this cruelty. Tommy Lee Jones carries it. Anyway, guys, was a pleasure to go sit here tonight with you, all of you. We will meet probably next time on Friday, but we will meet for sure. Now I have to switch to my another duty. I have to finish the script for the new movie, for the new video, and I'm a little bit tired already. But still, till the next time, see ya. Cheers.